All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is Saturday, July 5th. We've got 4 MLB plays coming your way in today's video. We are on the road, so obviously we have a hybrid, shorter version of our normal video. Normally, we're going through each and every game. I'm giving you my prediction on the side, my prediction on the total, any player props we like. But in today's video, just 4 straightaway plays. We do have a money line play, we have a total play, we have a player prop play, and we have a parlay. So those 4 plays are pretty well diversified, I guess. But 4 of them coming your way in today's video. Before we do get to today, we got to talk about what was yesterday a 2-4 night, and the worst part of it all, those 2 same game parlays we had, the Blue Jays game, the Cubs game, yeah, those were 1 unit plays. So we'd probably deserve a womp womp if we had our soundboard in front of us. Not a very good night. We followed up a really good night of 3 full unit plays the night before and kind of pissed it all away here. So unfortunately, that is the case. But what are you going to do, right? Can't win them all. We just want to win a little bit more than we lose. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But let's go ahead and bounce back today. We don't have a ride of the day from yesterday. We probably won't pick one today because we're going to be out and about, and again, we're kind of on the road here. This will be the only road video. I believe tomorrow we should get a normal video, or if we're traveling, we might not be able to get it. We shall see. But again, we'll either be back tomorrow or Monday. But get those hashtag ride of the days down in the comments. Even if we don't pick someone, you're helping out a ton of people that are looking for plays down in the comments. Excuse me. And this camera angle is definitely gonna embody more chins, more wins. So hopefully that's good luck. But what do you say we dive into play number 1 here? It is our money line play. I'm looking at Arizona on the money line as they take on Kansas City. They got beat yesterday, right? What was the final score of that one? 9 to, I think it was 9-3 or 9-4. But you know what? That was Eduardo Rodriguez against Chris Bubic, which I even said in yesterday's video. Yeah, I mean, Arizona has the better offense, but the pitching advantage is definitely Bubic, and that came to fruition, obviously. Today we have Ryan Nelson going up against Michael Waka. I don't think there's any question as to who's been the better pitcher this year. In their career, yeah, I'm probably going to give you Waka, but Ryan Nelson has been really, really good. Has he had the best of teams to go up against recently? Not exactly so much. The only team that he pitched really well against that was a good offense within the last, I'd say, like month was Arizona. He went, I think, five and a third or 5 innings pitched of 0 earned. Didn't allow many guys on base. Only threw the ball 80 times. That looked pretty good. But on the season, he's been very, very good. And on the season, he's been really good at home. 0.93 whip on the road, FIP of 2.44, average against at 207. He's only walking 3.9% of batters when on the road. When at home. Now you flip it over to Michael Waka. Michael Waka, 1.3 whip on the road, a FIP of 4.69. An expected FIP, that thing jumps to 4.92. Average against 271. K rate of just 13.8. So yeah, this is not exactly a question in my mind who has the better starting pitching. Now, the bullpen, I would give you Kansas City. I do think that they have, probably statistically the better bullpen, but there are some decent arms in the Arizona bullpen. So late in the game, I could see Arizona, kind of competing, but I really do like them to get off to an early start. So if you want to pivot to a first 5, you won't get as good odds, but I do think that that is the spot. Now, we talked about the pitchers. Why do I like Arizona to score? That's also going to kind of be in our parlay, so we'll get to that in a second. But, roughly speaking, their offense here, they're going up against a lot of fastballs and changeups. Last 30 days here, 9th in terms of runs above average against the fastball, number 3 in the league last 30 days against the changeup. Michael Waka has a big pitch mix. I think it's 6 or 7 pitches. Those are going to make up the majority of it. 26% the changeup, 30% the fastball. In terms of them against righties, the power numbers look great. I mean, even the average numbers, 259, that's good enough for 8th over the last 30 days against righties. WRC plus is at 6, but what I like is the ISO 3, slugging 2. Even OPS, right? They're 2nd in the league at a 794. So I think this could be a good spot for them. They're obviously at home, so I like the idea of them going out there and getting some runs. But Ryan Nelson also to pitch fairly well against a Kansas City offense that we sure as hell know has the ability to struggle. On the season, they're averaging just 3.36 runs per game. On the road, it does uptick to 3.87. But even if we do that quick math, right, the Diamondbacks should win by over a run here, because on the road, Kansas City 3.87, Diamondbacks averaging 5.22 at home. So hopefully that comes to fruition, like I said. Play number 2 is very similar. I just picked 2 offenses that I like today, and happen to be Diamondbacks again, over 3.5 runs. Their normal line at 4.5, I don't mind, but I like that money line spot a little bit more. And then the Red Sox over 3.5 runs scored. Again, I don't mind the Red Sox on the money line or taking their regular run total at 4.5. The problem with backing the Red Sox today, and it's pretty simple, is they got Walker Stinker. I mean, Walker Bueller on the mound today, and we know that he can go out there and do anything poorly at any given moment. What I like is that the Red Sox offense should be okay against Mitchell Parker. He's a lefty, which is obviously kind of ideal if you're backing the Red Sox. Last 30 days, they're top 10 average team, top 10 WRC plus team, top 5 on base percentage, top 5 OPS, top 5 ISO, top 5 slugging, like top 3 slugging, top 3 ISO actually against lefties. So it's a lefty. We like that spot, right? And we also know that Mitchell Parker is going to throw a ton of fastballs. Over 55% of his pitches are going to be the fastball. Red Sox, that's a pitch they can hit right now. Fifth in terms of runs above average against the fastball. Again, I don't mind the Red Sox for plus money on the money line. I don't mind their normal run line, their normal run scored line, but it's Walker Bueller, so that's why I eliminate the money line. And it's also the Red Sox. They are fairly inconsistent. That's why I kind of wanted to bump this down to 3.5 and throw it in with something that I like as well. So both these teams go out there and score 4 runs. This is probably a 0.75 unit play. By the way, guys, pinned comment, like I always tell you guys, kind of our thesaurus or Bible, whatever you want to call it. That'll take you to the final plays, so it'll list out everything I talk about in today's video, along with the final odds that we got, as well as the unit amount that we're putting on it, right? Obviously, if you guys want to tail or fade, your money's is up to you. You know what I mean? But we'll put what we're doing. So yeah, I like both these offenses to score here. If you want plus money, just for the Red Sox as a separate play, you can get them on the money line. I just would rather say, hey, if I like the Diamondbacks, let's double down on them. I know maybe that's a little crazy, but the Diamondbacks have treated us well over the years, and let's throw in what I think is a oh man, I'm jinxing the hell out of myself today. A safe play with the Red Sox scoring 4 runs. So that is play number 2. Let's move on to a total play here. And I really do like this one. The concerning thing, and I can just kind of get out ahead of it, is that these are two good offenses innately, right? Like, though we've seen a lot of inconsistencies out of them, we've seen a lot of good offense. As I take a sip of coffee, please hold. Elevator music. Cue. Anyways, we do have two good pitchers on the mound, though, and that is very good to see. We have Nick Lodolo and Ranger Suarez. What I like about this is if we look at the first 5 for these two guys, Ranger Suarez at home this year, 80% hit rate to the under 5 in the first 5. That is 4-1. The great news is 4 of his last 5. So the 4 straight that he's had at home, he has hit the under. We flip it over to Nick Lodolo, who has had an up and down season for sure, but this dude on the road is absolutely nails, and he's hit the under in 6 of 8 games when on the road. And another good thing on top of it is let's take a peek at both of these offenses against left-handed pitchers. Neither one of them is all that tremendous. Cincinnati 20th in average last 30 days. On base percentage 26th. Philadelphia just middle of the pack 16th in average. On base percentage 18th. ISO 29th. Slugging 26. So I do think this is a decent spot here to say, hey, we know you're two good offenses. We know you have some really good players in that lineup, but I don't think you're going to go out there and have this enormous amount of success. Another sort of concern, because I gave you guys the positive and then kind of walk back a little with the negative. We do have Nick Lodolo, who has been fantastic. The only thing that he struggled with, like really struggled, he's had his struggles at home, but that's a tough ballpark to pitch in. The real struggle has been left-handed batters. Harper and Schwarber, kind of dicey today. But once you get past them, Baum, Turner, Castellanos, Realmuto, these guys are all righties, and he has some really good numbers against righties. So I think both these pitchers can go out there and pitch fairly well today. And if they pitch well, or even if one of them pitches really well, I do think that we're going to see a game in which it's tough to get to 6 runs within the first 5. I know, famous last words, but to me, this is a good spot for a great number at a decent price. Like, even if you want to go 4.5 and get even better of a line, sure, you don't have that push potential at 5, which I really do like here, because what if you have a 3-2 game? It's like, wow, kind of skated by with that one. But if you like 4.5 back in these pitchers, I don't think I'm going to step in front of you and stop you. So, yeah, don't necessarily mind that. Guys, before we do get into the last play, I want to talk to you about Novig. If you haven't checked them out yet, I'll have a link down in the pinned comment and in the description. They operate just like, your normal book that you use, but it's actually a sports prediction exchange in which you're kind of going up against, not kind of, you are going up against other Joe Schmoes out there, right? Setting their own lines, their own odds. You take the other side, so often you'll be able to beat these prices that a lot of books are throwing out at you, right? You might be getting, say the Red Sox today at plus 105 on DK. Well, Novig, you might be able to snag them at plus 113 over on Novig. It's really, really simple. Go ahead, sign up. You're going to get some Novig bonus cash when signing up. That link will be down in the description, as well as the pinned comment. We've got a couple questions about, like, what's the difference between the Novig coins and Novig cash. The Novig coins is, I guess, essentially like if you like a play currency there, but the Novig cash, Same thing as dollar bills, baby. So go ahead and check it out. That link will be down below in the description, as well as the pinned comment. Sign up for Novig. You can use code GuyBoston2 when signing up. Play number 3. Play number 4, actually. Your boy can count. Tyler Fitzgerald under 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Some of you that watch every day are like, this one again. This one has been one of our go-to plays when we get a good pitching situation. Today we have it, right? I'm always looking for Fitzgerald against righties, against righty slider throwers. He has that in Luis Severino today. He's batting just 218 against righties on the season. WRC plus goes from 74 down to 57 when against righties. Luis Severino batting average against right-handed bats, which is a good little stat here because Severino's had some struggles. His batting average drops down to 247, WOBA to 299. But what I really like is the fact that we have a slider thrower. Fitzgerald strikes out against the slider. He doesn't hit the slider well. His WOBA goes down. His fastball is his next worst pitch. That is Severino's next pitch that he goes to. The sinker is one that he's going to hit, so we do worry about that. But even with the sinker, he hits it when it's right in the middle of the zone. Severino actually likes to throw this kind of inside to right-handed batter. So kind of like the spot here for Severino against Tyler Fitzgerald. If you guys watch every day, I've said it multiple times and I stand by it. I don't like Severino. I even said in my preseason video when we did our futures that I don't really think that Severino was this like saving grace that the Athletics got or anything like that. It's kind of proven correct, right? He's got an over 5 ERA. He struggled at home. That ballpark has something to do with it, but still, but point being is that I don't like Tyler Fitzgerald's numbers against him. We talked about his numbers overall against lefties. How about in the last 30 days? A 130 average, an OPS of just 359, and against the slider, nearly a 3 runs above average. And that sinker that he hits well, guess what? Minus 3.8 in terms of runs above average. So recently, Fitzgerald hasn't been doing all that tremendously. So I think we might have a good spot here to fade him yet again today. And again, we've taken this so many times this season. At some point, we're getting greedy, but I do like the matchup yet again. But let's recap real quick before we shut down for the day. Play number 1 was Arizona on the money line. Kind of double dipping into Arizona here. We have the Diamondbacks team total over and the Red Sox team total over as a parlay. We're getting plus money for that. And then we have the first 5 under 5 in the Reds and Phillies game. And we close it out with Tyler Fitzgerald here under 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. It's going to wrap it up for me. Hope you guys did enjoy the video, guys. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment 12 if you made it this far. Because obviously I know when we're on the road, the videos take a little bit of a slide because of the quality and the sound. I think we still have some decent production here on the road, right? Like I feel like some of our road videos are just as good of quality as some videos that I even watch daily out there. So yeah, I mean, I try to get really good quality and have some fun and entertain and whatnot. But there's nothing like the regular videos at home. So I appreciate if you did make it all the way through this video, even though it is a little bit different. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, but I'm not too good with my words. We'll catch you guys in the next one, right? Peace out.